Alright, hello everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the props that I have gotten recently through garage sales and Facebook Marketplace listings. There's basically two sellers that I got all this stuff from, and I gotta say I'm really happy. The one seller just threw in a bunch of stuff for free, and then the other one just made a bundle deal out of it, which I'm really happy for. But we're just going to get right into it. So I guess we should start with the little things first and then move up to the bigger stuff. So the first thing I was able to pick up were these cool severed heads. Now this one, I'm not sure where it came from. It doesn't feel like latex. It's pretty stiff and solid, unless it's a really stiff foam that it's filled with. But it's very gory and grotesque. You got all the gore on the bottom here. So this is a pretty cool little piece that I just found. And there was a bunch of other heads and things. And another one that was in here was this one. Now this one is actually a Spirit Halloween item. And I can't really recall exactly when it was made. But around the 2014-13 era, I was trying to remember to put a wiki page link up here for it. But it's pretty cool. It's got some good detail to it. It's got like this weird little, they almost look like cornmeal or something like that, all stuck to it. And then the bottom stump is pretty grotesque. But yeah, pretty cool piece right there. Looks really realistic. And then the last of the severed heads. This one is my favorite here. This is also a Spirit Halloween item. I think you could have gotten it from other places. But it's called like the facelift guy or something. So you hang it up by the chain here and it looks like it's all getting like stretched out. Pretty gory as well, but very cool nonetheless. And then there's the bottom. Alright, so next up on the list we got some zombie babies. This is also all included in that lot. Here is the first one. Honestly not really sure what his name is. I knew that he was a newer one of the zombie babies, and quite a forgettable one, not gonna lie. He does have some rot on him, but overall it's in pretty good shape still. I'll try to preserve it, but it was just a part of the deal, and I was like, why are you going to pass this up? That would be stupid. But overall, he's in decent shape. He's still pretty much all together. Here's another zombie baby. Now, this one's an old one. I know that's a fact. This is called the Wiggler, I think. He doesn't work at this point in time. He's supposed to, like, just shake around and stuff. But unfortunately, I put some batteries in him and he didn't do anything. So it could be a simple thing like a wire came off in the switch or something a little more major. But with the interest of time, I'm probably not going to get around to fixing him. Maybe it would be a fun little off-season project for you all. But he's here and he's pretty cool. So that was the second zombie baby. And then this was the main thing that I wanted to grab from this lot. And that is Isabella Stabulats or something like that. And this one actually works. Now she does have some little bits of dry rot. There's a little crack starting to form up here. And then on her toes are a little stiff. But other than that, she's actually in really good shape. And she fully works. The seller told me that they had to repair it at one point. So it's nice to see that it was serviceable. But here she is. And you can see the knife on the back here. But yeah, this one was a pretty cool piece. Definitely worth the pickup. So everything I just showed you was $50 worth of stuff. And there were also some signs and things that were included as well. So definitely worth the pickup, I would say. Super happy to have this one right here. This is probably my favorite of the bunch. Before I forget, this one is also a part of that little lot there of the $50. This guy, many of you might not even know who he is. I knew about him, but didn't really know much about him. I've seen him before, but his name is actually Evil Owen, and he came out in 2006/7. Now, he's missing his knife. He's supposed to come with a knife. Unfortunately, that has been lost to time. But the fact that he is still here is pretty cool. But he's just a creepy little doll thing. It's all a plastic of some kind, and he ain't gonna dry rot anytime soon because there ain't no latex on him. But he is in pretty good shape, and cover that up there. Got a couple rips here, but it kind of adds to the character if I'm gonna be honest with you. So yes, pretty cool right there as well. And then the last thing that was picked up from this seller was the Scary Clown mirror from 2013. This was such a cool pickup. This was the second main reason I wanted to go here for this one. This was also $50 just for the mirror. It fully works, which is nice, and I'm looking forward to making a video on this one. And this is adding to the collection of the Clown Train theme, which later in this video you'll see another addition that I've made here. And at this point in time, I only need one more animatronic from that theme. Okay, we are moving on to the next seller at this point, and this is all animatronic based. Now, a lot of this stuff the guy just threw in for free, which I'm really gracious for. Granted, it does need a little work, but most of it seems pretty fixable. This is the first one that came in that little haul there. This is the Jumping Spider, and this is a brown variant, and it's an old one because you can tell by the slime font. But what's funny is that inside here isn't actually a brown Jumping Spider at all. It's the black variant. But I'm really not complaining because, once again, Jumping Spider, it's free, can't complain. I'm not even sure if it works or not at this point in time, but it can always be used for parts. I don't have a brown Jumping Spider old box, so I'm really happy to have picked that up. Next up, this is actually something I paid for. I paid $50 for an original Tombstone lifter from 2009. I think it's 09. And it's quite convenient because this one is actually coming back to Haunted Hill Farm. And I thought about getting one, but couldn't pass up for the $50 price tag of this one. Now, he does have some problems with him, but it's all plastic related problems. It's no electrical. These arms on his Tombstone bracket that actually lifts up the tombstone, this one's fine, but the other one is kind of cracked and broken into a million pieces. Now, I'm in the process with consulting Techie Toys to see if they can send me a new one, considering he's coming back to Haunted Hill Farm this year. But if that doesn't work, I'll probably have to end up 3D printing something of my own, but hopefully he'll be up and running before Halloween. And here's the back of the box, very different to anything we see today. And I also like the fact that this is one of the few props that have like a little speech bubble. It says "turn back now," which is quite funny. The next piece I got is a Rosemary Zombie Girl. This one is another one that the seller just threw in for free, and that is with certain reason. This one is missing one of the feet for the front support, as well as the fact that the head turn doesn't work from side to side. That doesn't work at this point, and the lurching is not working. But it is almost complete despite missing the foot, and the fact that it has the box is also a great addition. But I do have one of these, but I do plan on keeping this one and hopefully restoring it, maybe make a video out of it at some point. We'll see how far we can go and if we're successful. But it's still nice to see this one added to the collection. Alright, next up on the list is this fella right here. This is the Thrashing Zombie. I don't even know what year he's from. He's quite an old one, and I would say kind of rare considering you don't see these guys that often. And he is also not even a Spirit exclusive. I think he was sold at Party City way back in the day. I'll see if I can find some information on him. But once again, this was a piece that was just given to me, and he does have his own problems. The animation and the lights do work, but he is totally mute at this point. There is no sound coming from his speaker, so it could be the amplifier or the speaker. Hopefully it's a simple fix. I'm assuming it would be, considering everything else is working on him, and it's probably a component issue and not the motherboard itself. Okay, so here is another one that was just thrown in for free, and this is the main one that I was really excited for, and that is Dead Humor. This one is from 2013. Again, another addition to the Clown Train, leaving me with only looking for the Misfortune Teller to complete that theme. Now, unfortunately, at the point of filming this video, this guy I think is unfortunately fried, and there is no way to actually fix him. I tried testing it, and I can't get the chip to do anything. He is completely dead to my understanding. I'm going to have someone else look at it to get their opinion, but at this point, unfortunately, he doesn't work. Now, I still do plan to use him in the little circus theme we're going to do this year. he's just going to be in the up position and just static at this point in time. But maybe in the future we can do some cool customization with Arduinos and getting him to control with an Arduino and still have the original sound files. I think that would be a fun project to try and do, but that is in the future. As of this point, it is too much work to work on this at this point in time, considering Halloween is just coming up around the corner here. But still super happy to have found this guy. I know he is a hard one to come across these days, but just having it thrown in for free is the icing on the cake. This one is also a great surprise. Once again, thrown in for free. This is the Chained to the Grave Fogging Tombstone Lifter. This is one I was really surprised about, because I'm going to be honest with you, I have not seen this guy listed on eBay, Mercari, or anywhere, and he is so incredibly rare. Now this one actually worked despite a cracked gear causing him to not fully pull up the gravestone all the way. But it was a simple 8-tooth gear replacement, and now he fully works. All of his plastic pieces are there, and he is great. So I'm definitely looking forward to making an unboxing video on this guy soon. Such a great surprise. And then last, but certainly not least, we have one of the most infamous jumping characters of all time, the giant jumping spider. This thing is incredibly rare, and this was one of the main reasons I went up. I did pay for this one. I paid $50 for this guy. It does work, although when it reclines back down there is a clicking. I'm not sure if that's a busted relay or what exactly, but it is working at this point, and I'm going to be looking forward to making yet another unboxing video on this one, even though that he's not much to really put together. It is still cool to see. Really, truly shocked that this one came up on Marketplace. So that is everything that was picked up in the last couple of weeks. Again, super stoked to have found all of this stuff. Everything you see here totaled out to be $200. And basically, how that comes out to be was $50 for the clown mirror, $50 for all of the body parts and the zombie babies and stuff, $50 for the giant jumping spider, and $50 for the tombstone lifter. Everything else you see was just thrown in for free. Granted, it has problems, but I'm looking to iron out everything in the near future, hopefully. Hopefully we're successful, fingers crossed. But like I said before, very happy to have found all of this stuff and looking forward to making some unboxing videos on some of these in the very near future. But that just about wraps up this video here. So I want to thank you all so much for watching if you made it to the end. Tell me which one you think is the coolest find out of all of these. And also be sure to be on the lookout for many new videos coming in the future. So like I said before, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.